Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Career Chronicles. I am once again here with Falcon, the CEO of Garbage World. We're going to talk about the many customers and Karen of Walmart. We have another interesting photo here of Falcon. He doesn't have a webcam. What's up with the photo you gave me here today? That's all pink, Falcon.
So I got really excited about the Barbie movie, and I wanted to see what I look like in a pink filter. Went to go see that movie with some buddies of mine.
Guy
They were
friends?
guys. Yeah, they were guys. So the whole movie theater was full of guys,
For the Barbie
and
movie.
yeah, but we were like the only guys wearing black. We weren't wearing pink or anything.
Like the other guys that were wearing pink.
Yeah, K Dog, he said he's wearing pink underwear, but yeah, K Dog's he's a little bit weird. But other than that,
I
yeah,
can tell.
I give it a solid 5 out of 10. It was okay. The other guys, they liked it better. The only reason I liked it was because Margot Robbie. She was pretty hot.
Oh, yeah, that's what got you to watch it.
Yeah. If there's a hot babe in the movie, I'll watch it.
So that's the secret to getting money out of Falcon for a movie.
The movie. I mean, you got all the hot babes in the Avengers movies, like Black Widow. Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Right.
So
Yep.
that's why I kept me to go to the movie theater with some hot babes. But yeah, this video is not about all the hot babes. It's
Not
about
about the Barbie movie. It's about the customers and Karens of Walmart.
yeah, I forgot what it was about.
So, right off the bat, I gotta ask: how often, when you were pushing carts, would like you told me people would ask where things were in the store? So like people would literally get out of their car. Hey, what aisle is toothpaste in?
That dude started rushing me like it was football season. He ran up to me all like, he had like baggy basketball shorts down to his legs or down to his feet.
Yeah.
And like he had like grills in his teeth, backwards hat, typical ghetto white boy.
Yep.
Tattoos everywhere, neck tattoos, whatever. He's like, "You got any of those lighters? Those lighter guns?" I'm like, he had me go in there. Like I was pushing carts, sweating my ass off. He had me go all the way in there because I thought he was gonna like shoot me if I didn't.
Interesting.
And he was cool about it, but I don't know. Then another time I was pushing carts, there was these two guys on bikes, and they're like, one of them was like 50, another one was like in his 30s, I don't know. And they just kept circling around me and Rogan while we were pushing carts. And he's like, "You know what this government's doing to us?" And he kept on talking about Trump and a bunch of stuff.
Oh.
About how he hated him and how he was too rich and all that stuff, and how he was poor. And he kept on saying, "How much money you make here? How much money you make here?" And I was like, 15. And he's like, "That's not enough, is it? Is it?" And he kept on following me around. And he's like spitting in my face almost because he kept on talking really loud, and he was drunk out of his mind. Man, that was.
So was that a 1 day customer, or was he like a regular?
We had to go inside in the office and was like watching him on the camera. And yeah, it was just like one time he was there,
Oh.
but this was like late at night. We're getting ready to go home. Like we had an hour left. He just kept on. We couldn't finish up our work because he kept on following us and kept on blocking us and be like, "Hey, you're not talking to me." And he had no teeth, a greasy, long mullet. He almost looked like the Tiger King. The Tiger King on Netflix. He almost looked like
Looked like him. Fucking weird and drunk out of his mind.
the guy was wearing like this sun hat, and it was pitch black, dark outside, and he had sunglasses on with a sleeveless shirt and baggy shorts, and kept circling around Rogan. Rogan was getting scared. We told the security dude, and he's like, "I'll take care of it." And then we just kind of went in the office and was watching them.
So we were kind of talking about the parking lot there. Did you ever have people that like just lived in the Walmart parking lot, like maybe lived in a van or something?
We had this one dude. He lived like by the vending machines. He like lived in between them pretty much. If it was too hot, he would just go between the vending machines. Other than that, he would like live beside him. And
So-
he would like that's one of them that would like give me food and stuff. Because he was like, "Oh, it's too hot to eat it," and it'd be like covered in ants and stuff. But I was like starving because I couldn't afford anything because I worked at Walmart.
Were the vending machines like outside?
Yeah, there was two vending machines. There was the Pepsi one with all the Mountain Dew you could want in there.
Yeah,
The other one, I don't know what
your
it was. It was
favorite
like
one.
it was a cheap pop.
Yeah, just because Walmart's icy now, they have them inside the doors by the cart area where like you pick up carts. But I guess maybe that's not a thing.
My Walmart's different though.
Yeah, I know they used to be like that around here, right? Where they'd be outside, but I guess that's why, because yeah, people try to live in between them.
A question for the people: like Walmarts are all different. Is are fish aquariums still a thing at other people's Walmarts? Because they were at ours until Billy fucked it up.
What did Billy
Uh,
do?
he didn't feed the fish. He freaking ate the fish. He
Freaking 8 little aquarium fish. Oh my
yeah,
god.
like he just grab a handful of them, swallow them, and then act like that they just died.
Died and he threw him away.
And he
God.
swallowed them full.
God, Billy, man, Billy will eat anything, won't he?
Yeah. Billy watched the Barbie movie with us too. He
Did he
threatened to burn
cry?
down. He threatened to burn down the movie theater because the Barbies were all going against the Kens, and he's all about the men rule, women rule.
Yeah, he's one of those. Yeah,
But yeah, that's Billy.
man, what a weirdo.
But yeah, I was just
One of a
wondering if
kind.
the aquariums still are at Walmart. I know the lobster containers. Do you have a lobster container at your Walmart? Like back in the day when I was
No,
little, they had lobsters. I don't
no,
know.
definitely not big lobsters. Maybe
Shit.
little, really little. I don't even know if you consider them lobsters, but like crayfish maybe. But no, definitely no lobsters. Kind of What kind of? That's like something you'd see in like a grocery store,
They
a real
had it for.
downtown one or something.
Comment down below if you remember, people.
But anyways, back to customers and Karens of Walmart. Did you ever, when you were pushing the carts back, did you ever have people bitch because you were in their way while they were trying to park or get out?
I had a lady. She's like, "I'm gonna run your ass over." She sounded like a
Like she just
GTA.
rolled her window down and said that to you?
Yeah, she's like a GTA hooker almost. Like,
Oh my
and
god.
she's like, "Don't." She's like, "Don't make me slap you with my deckhand." I was like, "Okay."
Fucking weird.
There's just a lot of violence in that lot. Stuff that you wouldn't believe. It's like World War III out there.
Yeah. It's a dangerous job.
It's a very dangerous job, especially when you're just zoned out. You don't know what's gonna happen. There was always cops around. You close your eyes, open your eyes, and the cops be right there.
So, okay, here's a question I gotta ask. Obviously, doing cart pusher, I'm sure there were times, you saw people get out of their cars. One time, back when I was working retail, I remember there was this van, big van, and it was like way weighted down because it had some heavy, well, women too, heavy people on the van, and then it like went back up when they got
I
off,
have
and I just remember a whole bunch
there
of
was
smoke. Anything
there was a
interesting like
one
that?
guy. There's this one guy. The scooters.
Yeah.
Talk about a lot. This guy would always like act like he was like the king of Walmart and wait for his scooters, and he had like this dog that always sat in the basket. He was always there every single day. He's like, "Get me my scooter now," and
So
I'd be like, I'd have to drive. I'd have to find a scooter because everybody else was using one. I had to run all around the store just to find a stupid scooter, and then get to him, and the battery would die, and then I'd have to pick up the scooter, bring it back in, and go get another one, or push another lady off of it, basically. Well, not physically push a lady
so
off of it, but
okay,
be like,
he would take the scooter with the little
or he would go,
cart.
and he would go and complain. to a manager that I wouldn't do it, and then I'd have managers yelling at me about it.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that was your job to go and get scooters for people.
Yeah,
But I guess, all right, you're just supposed to, read people's minds. So,
the dude would
anyway,
come
yeah.
every day and just stare at me. He'd be like, "Where's my scooter?"
So again, those scooters have a real little cart. You'd put the dog in there.
Little basket.
Then what would? How would he hold on to the things he was buying?
Most of the time, I don't even think he bought anything.
So he just
I
looked
think
around Walmart every single day.
he had a cane too, but he wouldn't use it. He would just use the scooter. I don't know what was on with him,
Oh
but
man!
he would just, I don't know. He would just stay out there in this van, staring, just expecting me to come out
Until you brought him a scooter.
every day. And then the old guy I worked with, and then Gary's like, "Don't get him a scooter. He's abusing his power, basically. Like he's abusing you, basically. So don't do it." So I didn't do it, and then I got yelled at. So then I just ignored Gary. I was like, "Gary, I just got to do it."
So you got coached on it.
Pretty much.
Oh my god. Oh man, it just again like the circus you're in at Walmart is just something else. Just keeps getting lower and lower. Any other annoying people out in the parking lot or customers that you would have to help before they were even in the store?
Everyone's just like bitch and complain all the time, like they normally do, and then they would set the carts out like in the middle of the road. They just like kind of toss it to me, and one time they would toss it a little too hard and hit my kneecaps pretty hard.
How long
Uh,
did that hurt?
it hurt like a bitch. I don't know. I was always bruised up.
Luckily, I'm sure you drank a little extra Mountain Dew to help the
Yeah,
pain.
or Mountain Dew wanted to cure it.
And numb the
But the
pain.
first relief thing is like Windex and some duct tape. I mean, I just put some duct tape over my legs, and at first I sprayed some Windex on it, put some duct tape over my legs, and I was fine.
That's the secret.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's just
And like you'd put the duct tape like around your knee or what?
yeah. Because Band-Aids, they don't stay on. You have to have duct tape. So
CEO
also,
and doctor today.
doctors are phonies.
Yeah. Nothing. You know more. You and Billy know more about the human body than doctors.
Yeah, like I bet if Billy let me, I could pull his last tooth. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, right. Like you said with the pliers.
So yeah, let's see, what other customers? You got any more questions like
Yeah.
these?
Yeah. I mean, in the parking lot. I once in a while when I'm at Walmart, I see people bringing helping people load things up. Did you ever have to do that? And you ever have Karens with that or
I
rude
don't know
people?
if we talked about this in another episode, did we or not? Me and Rogan had to help a fat whale out, not the manager whale that we had. There's just a ton of whale lords, you know?
Yep.
And she's like, "I need help getting out of my van." And we kind of like picked her up and put her in a scooter. Like she was like a little infant or something, but like it threw out my back. I still have issues with my back because of it.
Because
Real pain.
like, how big was this woman? Like,
Uh,
estimate how much you think she weighed?
okay, so from okay, you're sitting where you're at to your dresser in the back. That's how big she was.
Yikes! So like, she was a like 400 pounder, 500 pounder.
Like she belonged on the 500-pound life TV show.
It's my 600-pound life.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
the name.
I guess that 100 pounds really matters.
Oh my god. So she wasn't a regular, was she? That was just like a 1 day thing.
She was a regular. All the other times she didn't need help out of their car, but I guess she's like, "Oh, I just got out of surgery. I need help because I need to return my DVD of Top Gun."
Oh my
But
god.
that's what she needed to do is return a fucking DVD of Top Gun.
Oh my god. Right, it's too bad you couldn't just bring it in there for her. She
Log-
didn't have to destroy your back.
Rogan was hiding from her because he didn't want to put her back in the car. So then me and some other guy had to put her back in the car, and
I
it
feel
wasn't
like
fun.
I feel
Like
like it'd be really hard to do with two people. I feel like one person's got to do most of the work
your
there.
hand would just okay, like a memory foam pillow or mattress, your hand
Yeah,
would just kind of sink in there,
yeah.
and you'd be like, "Where's my hand? Where's my hand?" You know,
It's like right, you got like underneath her, right?
I didn't even know where my body was. It was scary.
Well, that might have been a drug problem. I don't think I don't think that's her problem.
No, no, she's just so big. I was like, where the hell? I was just like, I looked like a fucking head just sticking out of the blubber.
Out of her back.
I don't know. I couldn't tell what her back, from her side, from her. It was just blubber. It was like,
Uh,
ugh. It's like like the bags of like soup. That's what it felt like. I just felt like I was in like one giant bag of soup.
but at the same time, you're trying to move it. It was
When I
a
was
heavy
trying to,
bag of soup.
I felt like it was like, I don't know, like moving a bunch of bags of potting soil or something. I don't know, like a ton of, I don't know, dirt. And she smelled like cigarettes, smelled pretty bad. It was just not a good time. And it was snowing too, because it was fucking winter time. It wasn't fun.
It wasn't fun.
And we like fucking lost that DVD of Top Gun like in her blubber, and we had to like dig it out of her blubber.
Again, just all that hassle just for fucking what $5 DVD.
It tilted a little bit. We went like you could hear it,
Mm-hmm.
like it was like sinking down, as she was on it. And she's like, "Thank you guys so much."
How shitty was her van?
It, I don't know. It was just like a old moldy van. Basically, it was like not. I mean, it was clean for the most part, but like the seat covers are kind of ripped up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess part of it was gone because it was in her blubber or something. I don't know.
So moving on, let's talk about customers you might have dealt with inside the store. So I mean, I see it all the time when I'm in Walmart. People are stocking. They're busy. You guys got the big freaking thing or the cart with all the crap on there. How
Wait,
how often would people?
have like a roof probably over your carts, right?
What was that?
Does your Walmart have a roof over the carts? Like a metal roof area? Like when you go to push the carts into the store, did it have like a metal roof?
Or where you would store the carts? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a roof over it.
Ours didn't. They didn't want to pay for one.
So they just leave them outside overnight?
Yeah, they just get rained on, snowed on, whatever. It didn't matter.
Well, that's not very smart.
Well, it really isn't.
Yeah, that's Walmart. So
And we would just inside or what, try to. And we actually just worked in it. It sucked.
yeah. So yeah, again, customers inside the store. How often when you were stocking would someone come over, hey, where is blah blah blah? Where is tomatoes? Where is
As a
ketchup?
stalker, oh my god, it got pretty bad as a stalker. Cause they give you time limits on putting your stuff away. Say 15 minutes per cart, whatever,
But you didn't care.
I may stretch that 15 minutes out for a while. But every minute, someone's behind you. Where's this? They moved all the stuff around. Like, they changed the whole stuff around. Every fucking minute, they would do that.
Yeah. I feel like I hear people say that too. Again, don't work at Walmart. I just go in there once a week to get my shit. But I've even had people like, hey, where's this thing? and they're like, it's like right in front of them in that aisle. Like, dude, just fucking look. Don't ask.
Sign saver and stuff is.
Right.
And one time, this coworker only lasted like a week. Was like, just look at the sign, idiot. I got fired for saying something like that. You know.
Yeah. Um. What about? Do you have any stories? Do you know anyone that worked in like the customer service area? Any they have to
Oh,
deal with
Rob,
any dicks there?
you worked in there. I didn't really deal with all the service stuff. People want to return stupid stuff, I guess. Like, as a car pusher, I was over there somewhat. Just like, there was one thing, it was like a playground set that we had to put together and to make sure it was all there, and it was a pain in the ass. It was just stuff like
Oh,
that. People complain over.
so yeah, like that story. Someone tried bringing back a playground set,
Yeah.
and they like opened everything.
Yeah, and then I had to put it all together, and of course it was all backwards and
So
fucked up. Put it
so here's a
together.
question for you. How a question, and then I have a little bit of a story with Walmart. How closely do they actually look at everything that gets returned?
Not really that great. They just as long as it's acceptable. Oh, and just like
Like,
with TVs and stuff, they just throw TVs around whenever they're in the back. They just slam them down. They don't care, especially around Black Friday. Their TVs just get slammed down on the
dude,
pallets.
this is exactly the story I was going to tell. I bought a big, I mean, you might remember this. Years ago, I bought a big ass TV, like 55 inches, I think, $300 or $400 Black Friday. Bring it home, plug it in, and it's half of it's just black, and then the other half of the screen is like flickering. Because right, I remember that night too. They were just throwing them around like they were fucking nothing. And obviously, I brought it home. I didn't do anything myself. Drop it or
See,
anything, and it was all fucked
back
up.
whenever I was working back there, I would just easily shut the TVs down. And these girls thinking they're all strong and hefty, whatever. Especially Blubber, the whale.
Whale Lord.
Yeah, whale lord manager. She would just slam those motherfuckers like it was a WWE. She was ready for her fucking lunch break, you know. She didn't care. We gotta fucking hurry. I gotta eat.
So, I guess with the customer service in my story, like, I mean, I did end up returning it. I remember Black Friday stuff, for whatever reason, you only get 15 or 14 days. I was there in the last day. Like, I kind of felt bad, but again, I got paid. But again, I'm not the reason it was fucked up.
Yeah.
So luckily, I guess they don't look at TVs too closely, or else there'd be a problem, I'm sure.
Trying to think what else with customers.
What
I know.
about
I know there was this one time that dude ended up dying. So this guy like stole like $800 worth of stuff from Walmart and had a gun and stuff. Was threatening to shoot the police and whatever. He was like by their Taco Bell in the ditch. And they ended up shooting him because he was like threatening to shoot people. That was like a big thing that happened a few years ago.
wow? And you're saying like they went to his house, investigated, and found stolen stuff from Walmart?
Yeah, like $800 worth. And so our manager, there was a different manager, and the one that hired me or whatever. He comes up, he's like, he has us all huddle up, stops us from what we're doing, and he's all like, today a guy died for stealing. We need to make sure nobody's stealing. Blah blah blah. I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Me and Chaos just playing tag. Basically, as he's explaining this, we're like, tag it, tag it. Yeah. And he's like, someone died today. There was a massive shooting.
Over at Taco Bell.
I was
'Cause
like,
he
oh,
didn't put onions on his taco.
I'm like, I want a Baja Blast.
Pop, pop.
Oh, yeah. Bada ba ba ba, I'm loving it. You know?
Yeah, McDonald's. So what about, were you in the electronics area much? I ask because I've definitely seen horrible customers in that area. I remember it was like a Friday night. cruising
stuff.
through there, and there was this one lady who was like, "Does anybody work here? Hello, someone help
Oh,
me." Yeah, you ever have
everybody
people like that?
every day in electronics, it's like that.
Why?
So
Is it like
also,
always short staff there because no one wants to work electronics or what?
like one electronics person every time. Jitterbug's the new electronics person, and I barely want to even go over there now. I barely look at the video games. I've been buying all my video games digitally at this point because I don't want to deal with Jitterbug. Or I'll go to GameStop, but GameStop, that's another story for another time. I guess Crowbird Cannon, we'll shout him out. He's gonna
Yeah,
do a GameStop video, right?
yeah. That's a future series, future career chronicles. Yeah, with him. Um, he worked there for 4 years, and I think most of the time he was a manager. So yeah, and like I said, he even likes some of your stories and stuff, Falcon. So you've kind of
That's good.
inspired others to do this. Um, so that's real cool, and who knows, what we'll
I
do
want to
after
hear
that.
the story with Austin and McDonald's. Is that one that's coming up soon?
Eventually, yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
want to hear too. Yeah, you were in electronics at least enough to see those kind of people.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't there a lot. I stopped there sometimes, and those cases, oh my god, they're a pain in the ass because the locks will fall down in the cases. You know how they slide back?
Yeah,
They would. Black Friday, I was working in there, and oh my god, everybody's wanting shit. So I just left the cases open. Then got bitched at for leaving the cases open, and all these people were swarming the video games, the Switch games, and everything. I was like, oh shit.
the video game cases.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant like the phone cases, like you left those
no
open.
video
No, you
game.
are stupid for that. Those are like 50, $60 things.
But like I didn't want to lock it back, so they
Keep it
would just.
locked.
But that was Black Friday. They're just like when all those deals were going on. They're just like, I mean, I guess I made them more money by having it open, or maybe they stole them. I don't know.
Maybe. Customers ever try to return phones that they've had for too long? Did you ever see anything like that?
Yeah, a lot of them don't know their own phone number, and then they'll be like,
Oh, and like they'll
yeah,
ask because they're like trying to pay the bill or something.
yeah.
Fucking
But I didn't
stupid.
actually work in electronics that much. I just stocked mostly when I was
Yeah,
in the store.
yeah.
Um,
So when a customer asked where something was there ever a time you actually had no idea and they got pissed?
Pretty much every time I didn't know where anything was because you got hamburger in the ice cream aisle, ice cream in the cereal aisle. You got SpaghettiOs in the Cheerio aisle.
Yeah, it was all fucked up because of
It was
you
awful.
or because of the
And
other people you worked with.
some customers would come in with muddy boots on, and then whole store would just you'd see where they'd walk because the little trail of mud.
Yeah, who would clean that up?
The creepy janitor.
Oh,
Yeah, the whole glass in the bottle story, which is on the episode 3 or 4, whichever one you're
yeah.
making first. This one or
So what about did you ever have did you ever like walk in an aisle and there were people like the grocery area like they have a bag of chips open or something and they're just like stuffing their
just
faces?
literally we'd have employees just eating food off the shelves. But no, I wasn't one of them or anything. Maybe I
But
was, but
but
I
so
wasn't.
you're saying most of the time when you saw that it was employees, it wasn't customers.
But yeah, we saw a lot of customers doing it too.
What would you do?
What pissed me off was the popcorn chicken, from the deli.
Yeah.
You just see that like dumped over on shelves. I know some kids do it, but I would see more adults just be like, "Oh, I'm done with this," and they wouldn't even pay for it, and it'd just be like popcorn chicken, like half of it dumped out. Really, that's a life hack that people can do if they want to deal. But I'm not suggesting it. Just grab one of those popcorn chicken things, eat however much you want of it, and just set it on the shelf when you're done. Bill used to do it all the time.
So the deli area, they don't take cash. They just say,
Well, they set the popcorn chicken cups out for you to just grab and pay for. So there's like a little lid there where you can like get them out and eat them. Just eat them while you're shopping too. So people, if you want to not pay for your popcorn chicken, I guess you can do that.
but yeah, I mean, I just ask about the stealing like that too, because it's kind of annoying. Like once in a while, I've even like bought things, or I'm in a long line, trying to check out, and then I look and like, oh, I think like Pop Tarts one time, like the bottom had been opened. I didn't notice right away because I was sitting in a cart, and right, someone had ate, instead of 8 in there is like 6.
What Billy would do, he would just blame the mice. He would just rip open the stuff and be like, "Oh, a mouse got into this," and then yeah, he would just gobble it up. Billy was always hungry. There's
Did
like cans of chili. He'd
did
rip
you
open the tab thing on it. Oh, a
yeah.
mouse did it. He'd just be slurping on a can of chili.
And working.
Mm.
So was mice and like bugs and stuff a pretty big problem at your Walmart?
Every Walmart it is. They just hide it really well.
No. And did they ever have like pest control come out and put traps down or anything like that?
There was pest control, but it didn't really work. We got blamed for leaving the doors open while we were cart pushing, like the cart pushing doors, like the where you push the carts in. We left
Yeah.
those open. We got blamed for it, and we almost got coached over that too.
Oh, someone might steal a bunch of Walmart shopping carts.
It was.
I'm trying to think. What about any other Karens that you didn't like?
Let me think. It's mostly. It wasn't even the Karens didn't really bug me all that much. Everybody complains about Karens all the time. It was
Well,
mostly like the
I'm sure
old
other
men,
places.
the old men that think they're all that in a fucking biscuit. Rich, ritzy old men. They're like, oh, I play golf every day. Those type of guys. Those guys piss me off more than Karens.
And at Walmart they would.
They drive their Corvettes to fucking Walmart and they think they're all that. They, and then you got the pervy old men. They're like, oh, are you still on school? And I'll be like, no. And then they'll be like, oh, never mind then. You
So
know?
what about did you ever get a tip from a Walmart customer when you help them with
Oh,
something?
women, like old women would try to give me money all the time. I'd be like, man, I can't really accept it because I could get fired,
What?
you know?
What are you talking
And
about?
then,
You get fired. That's a fucking tip.
well, if you take money, it's just like, it's bad. Like, you can't do that.
Why?
Even if they're giving it to you, it's against the rules. So I'd have to be like, oh, I can't accept it. Then they'd be like sneaking in my hand anyway. All right, I'd be like, okay, I'll put it in my pocket. All right.
But why is that a rule at Walmart?
It's a rule at pretty much every retail place.
No, no.
Goodwood.
When I was selling phones, dude, there was one store I worked in, actually close to one of my house. Yeah, I got fucking tipped all the time.
Didn't you work
They didn't
alone a
give a
lot of
shit.
time?
What?
Didn't you work alone a lot of the time?
Yeah.
See, that's why.
But even if another guy was there, and sometimes they would get tipped. I don't care.
Ask ask Krober on his GameStop video if he ever got tips.
I will. I don't even.
Austin McDonald's thing.
Dude, I worked at a resort in a hotel, and I got tips all the time, giving people rides on golf carts and stuff. You're tripping. Walmart is tripping. Like, that's a horrible rule.
I was like cashier somewhere else, which I'm not gonna mention. I didn't accept tips there either because I honestly don't think it's fair, and it was against the rules. So I don't
I
know.
don't know. I think it's a dumb rule. Moving
But it's also
on.
dumb
Yeah.
that these old ladies, even if you say it's against the rules, they're like, "Oh no, take it, just hide it." And I'd be like, "I can't." Like, there's fucking cameras everywhere. There's a camera there. There's a camera up my ass. There's a camera up right in my face. It's like I can't take it.
So what would happen? So were you ever caught taking a tip from a customer?
one
at Walmart.
time and don't let it happen again.
Oh my god, that is the I almost don't like Walmart over that rule.
Well, it's
Seriously,
every retail place though.
because but it's like they're doing it because they know it's shit pay. They think you should get paid more. Maybe they like the service. Like
They're like, "Oh, you're the nicest boy on earth," and then they give me
right.
like $10, $15. I'm like, damn, I feel like guilty for even taking it too. But then it's like against the rules too. And then if I take it, I'm like worried that whole day. Oh, did they see me on camera? Oh, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna lose my job over this? You know?
That's just such a bad rule. But let's move on. Otherwise, so there's the clip of Walmart that went around. Like a woman went in there and was like threatening to hit people with a knife. And then the police tasered her. Anything crazy like that? I mean, maybe the police didn't taser anybody, but like people in there with knives.
I'm thinking, all I remember, nobody really getting well, in the not diaper aisle, there's two moms fighting, but just pulling each other's hair. So, average stuff.
Average stuff. Moms fighting over diapers. That's kind of weird.
Well, it was like the last pamper thing on the shelf, the last one of the size there. I think they're related, though.
So, back in 2020, when there was the shortages of like toilet paper, were you working at Walmart at that time?
Yeah, it was. So,
People ever bitch about that?
yeah, any toilet paper we got was just like, I'd be stocking it. It'd be in my hands and out of my hands into someone else's hand.
Wow.
They'd yank that shit out of my hands. I'd be like, damn, I needed this. I had to use my brother's shirt. Nah,
At Walmart, if you wanted to buy some, were you allowed to like keep it in the back or something?
well, that's against the rules too.
What if you
Some
had to?
people got to go against the rules and do it, but me, no.
Yeah, you follow the rules, but don't care at
Yeah,
the same time.
I was a rule follower and I didn't care. I didn't give a shit all at the same time. There's plenty of rules I broke enough to where I followed, like, for some reason I followed the dumb rules.
When you would have to tell a customer that we're out of stock, no more of an item, how pissed would they get?
I'd be like, is there any more in the back? Please tell me.
Oh my god. I'm sure you heard that a lot. Go check in the
They'd be
back.
like, go in the back and check then. Go ahead and do it. Come on, go ahead and do it. And I'll be like, I'd pretend to go in the back, walk around for a minute, go to the bathroom, check my phone, eat something, do, do the dishes in the break room, come back. Yep, wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all people do, right? Were customers ever, again, this is more like as a stalker question, were customers ever upset when you told them Walmart didn't have a certain item? Like maybe, I don't know, they asked for, I don't know,
I know they get
golf
upset when
clubs or
there's
something.
phone there, because I saw a Karen bitching about that.
Oh, because they didn't have a
Google
certain phone in stock.
Yeah, Google Pixel, whatever. I don't know. She was wanting one. She's bitching about that. This was just when I was in line for something.
But you didn't have to tell customers that a lot that, hey, no, we don't have that item at all.
Oh, I've always had to tell people that, and then I'd be like, "There's only one way to do." They stand there and linger like you can just magically just pull it out of your ass, and I'm just like, "Sorry, it's not there." I'm trying to not sound like an asshole or lying about it when it's really not there. Or sometimes you don't understand what they say, and they're just like, I'm like, "What?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, we don't have it," you know.
Right. So yeah, they'd have their little hissy fit. What about by the cashiers? Was there ever bitchy customers there? Like, something costed, I don't know, $10 and they only had $9.50, and then was there ever
Then they
arguments
just
like
walk
that?
away. Yeah, it happens everywhere you go.
Yeah.
They
What
just
about
walk away, and then the cashiers just shrug it off, and then they're like, "Next, please," and they get the next person, and it happens again and again throughout the whole day.
what about people? But like in those kind of situations, the customers like ever have meltdowns, just like totally bitch and freak out or anything?
One time, guy was buying alcohol. He got ID'd, and Gary had to like escort him out because he's all like, "I'm old enough to not be checked for ID," throwing a fit, and they thought he was a teenager or something. I don't know. They just should have just he should have just calmed his tits about that, you know.
Right, or just it takes 2 seconds to show your ID. That was some.
Or
Uh,
something. He
Again,
do. I
back when I was selling phones, once in a while, once in a blue moon, yeah, you'd have people. Why do you got to see my ID? Well, you can't just say you're so and so, and then finance a phone. Because if you're not so and so, then someone else is paying for that $1,000 iPhone. So obviously you can see where that's bad.
Yeah.
But right, yeah, when it comes to alcohol, right, people just got to do their jobs, and yeah, people like that just got to grow up. Walmart customers compared to other places you've worked, how do the customers compare? Better, worse, about the same?
Well, the town I live in, small, pretty much the whole town goes there, so I would say worse
Yeah.
because there's just like you see literally everyone every day.
Because people got nothing else to do.
That Walmart's the capital of where I live.
Walmart runs the town. Nice.
So basically, runs the town.
What about, did you ever have customers trying to get into like the employee only areas of the store?
Oh, they would just march back there and be like, "Hey, is this for sale?"
Wait, what? What would they say?
Like, they'd be like, "Hey, is this for sale?"
Hey,
And
well,
I'd be like, "Dude, get the fuck out!" You know.
oh my god. I would be so embarrassed if I walked back there and it was an accident. I would never do it on purpose. Um, 'cause, I don't know. It's just kind of no brainer.
And then one woman came back there roaming around. I lost my phone, and then she was digging through stuff. It didn't work there or anything. I don't know where my phone is.
No, find it. Find my iPhone,
Yeah,
bitch.
go away.
Yeah, that's what Find My iPhone is for.
Billy would be yelling at her with a mouthful of fish.
And fucking Pop Tart said he never paid for.
The mice costume, remember?
Yeah. I didn't know mice were so big, toothless, and named Billy.
Speaking of the
Otherwise,
mice,
yeah.
Billy would like go hunt them down with a fucking broom and just start smacking at everything. Almost smacked the lady in the face over a fucking mouse. When there was like no mice around that day, like I don't know, he was just seeing stuff.
Yeah, what was he fucking taking?
I don't know, and the customer almost got in a fight with them over it because he was just like trying to do his job and kill mice. And he almost got in a fight with a lot of people. So did Ed. Ed with those kids,
Yeah.
throwing the balls and move, get the fuck out of the way.
So would you ever have, like, you see it on social media, you send me these kind of videos all the time. Would people ever troll when you worked at Walmart? Were there ever customers, younger ones or whatever, screw with you guys somehow?
For in the one episode, she would kick out anybody that tried to troll, basically. And there was some bored people, like there was some kids making a toilet paper fort, speaking of the toilet paper from earlier, back when we finally got toilet paper again. They had a fort that they were trying to sleep in. It lasted maybe 2 hours. Some narcs told on them.
Like,
I wasn't gonna tell them. I knew they were there.
so did you actually see the fort that they made?
It was just not even a fort. It was just like they like buried themselves in toilet paper, basically, like in the toilet paper aisle. They were hiding in between that, and like had like their tablets and stuff just laying there with pillows from the store.
Yeah, would Walmart like ever check to make
So
sure
they
there
had
was no one in the store?
it, these kids don't realize that the store, even though it closes, that there's people working there all night too. You know.
Oh, what would happen if they were there after hours? Would they like have to call the police or anything like
Yeah, they
that?
called the police on 'em.
So
It
that
was kind
did that
of,
happen at your Walmart?
yeah, it was funny. These kids did that, and they were like crying about it afterwards. They're all so happy and pumped up, and Gopher called the cops and go back after those kids. Billy was even in there with them.
So
Cheez-Its
they
and stuff. Just having a
so
fun
again
summer. I
like
mean, they might have even had a house, you know. They might have just been homeless people. I don't know. Homeless kids, you know.
right.
But
So that's what you think it was? They weren't just trying to make a video for social media?
well, they were just a video for sure. You
Well,
just
yeah,
hear them.
no. Right. I'm sure that was the real motive. Just dumb. Trying to think what other customer. So how often would a well, I'll ask two questions. First one, did a customer ever put in a complaint because of something you did? And then question two, how often would customers like put in a
Other than him
complaint?
and let's see what else. Someone said I was snappy. I wasn't even doing anything.
So there's been multiple times like a customer's like told
I'm thinking
someone
all the time right now.
Falcon was blah blah blah.
Yeah, they would read off my name tag. They would like really stare a hole through my name tag just to make sure they got my name. And yeah, I got complained about a lot.
I think
I
he's
was
on drugs.
snippy, snappy, on drugs. You know.
So
One time, just stuff fell on me in the truck, and this one guy was trying to say I was stoned, that I had a concussion. I wasn't. That was the one day I didn't do anything.
oh my god. So what about? Did you ever see? How do we want to describe these kind of customers? Large. Did you ever see large customers like just fill up their shopping cart with like pop, junk food, you know,
Okay, well, whenever
cupcakes?
Waylor, when she got off of work, she would stack her cart like taller than me, of just like all kinds of food.
But what about would you see customers do that? I feel like every time I go into Walmart, I see a couple of those people just
Walmart.
carts right way up.
Also, I had a lady. She got mad at me because they didn't sell alcohol on Sunday. That was back in the day when they didn't sell alcohol on Sunday for some reason.
Well, here in Minnesota, I believe it's against the law, so maybe it's against the law there
Well,
too.
they made it to where you can sell alcohol like later on in the day or something.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you just gotta respect the law. I mean, I think Walmart's gonna break the law, right? Just for
Yeah.
a little
What is
sale.
great?
You can just come back on Monday or buy on Saturday. But otherwise, how often would you say you saw a big person, a large person, or a large couple that would just fill a cart up with just nothing but junk
Fat
food?
ones that are really short too. The fat, short like guys, you know, they would just climb on the shelves and you just see the shelf wobbling back and forth, and it was scary because you wouldn't know like if it would fall on somebody or what. Which reminds me,
Right.
another time for Overstock, these teenagers would just throw things up on the Overstock instead of just getting a ladder and putting it on the Overstock shelf, you know, the top shelf.
Yeah.
Time the kid threw like a bag of something and it hit a bunch of cans, and the cans about avalanched on a baby, and that was a scary moment.
Yikes.
I'm surprised they didn't get fired for that.
Right. No, they should have.
But yeah, if that was my baby, I would have fucking like the parents seem like they're okay with it because they're just bitching at their kid anyway. You know, the baby like I say baby, but a 2 year old, whatever. They're just bitching at the kid anyway. I felt bad for the kid, but the parents were just like, whatever. A lot of people don't care about their kids. They let them run around.
Yeah.
One
Drop them
grandpa
off
let
in
their
the toy aisle.
Yeah, one grandma left their kid there in the toy aisle, just like expected Walmart to babysit them every weekend. And eventually they caught on to it. And the kid would be like, "Owie, I got an owie." And the girls that work there, like the hot girls, would be like picking up the kid and they'd be like, "Oh, you need a hug?" And then he'd be like, "You're a bitch." Him in the knee or something and then run around the store. I know, like we had like kids just running around everywhere. And then of course Ed, he would yell at them.
Yeah,
Wow.
that I brought it up last episode, but again, the where the kids climbed up in like the ball rink thing, the big ball pit, whatever,
All
and
there.
again, two of them fucking went in there, and then all the balls came out. That's still so funny to me.
But yeah, all
Um,
these little kids though. That one little kid though, you're a bitch.
so
But now the girl was just like, "You want a hug?"
how often would a customer ask you to like sell to them, like drugs or Mountain Dew in quote?
Just every once in a blue moon. I mean,
And what would
not
you say
often.
to them?
I'd be like, "All right, play it. Hit me up after work," you know. But no, I wouldn't do that. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
Just joking.
yeah, okay. Any other crazy customers?
Oh, there's plenty, but my brain can't
Well,
compute all that.
I imagine every day. I mean, every time I go into Walmart, you see some interesting people, whether just the body build, like the hair, the overweightness, the whatever.
Like a
Um,
group of Asians.
did you
And
ever
yes,
have? What
they
about?
were all wearing suits and stuff. Had like freaking Bluetooth earpieces and talking in them, and they're like Russian FBI or something. I don't know what they were, but they're just like all around the store. I didn't know why they were there, but they were just there.
What about? Did you ever have customers that like stunk real bad? And like maybe they
All
walked by, maybe they were standing right next to you, and you could just right away like just smell ass and bo.
well, the question like, was there any customers that smelled good? There wasn't.
They all smelled like shit.
They all smell like shit. Even the hot girls smell like shit.
What do people at Walmart like not take showers or what?
Well, all the employees they just kind of shower in the sink.
How do you shower in? I don't want to know. So what? You were the only one that would shower?
Yeah, and I got made fun of because I showered too much, so I just stopped showering.
Yeah. Well, what is showering too much or more than once a week?
I didn't really have. Whenever I was a cart pusher, I didn't really have to shower all that much because the rain just took care of it. You know, it rains a lot here.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I didn't know there was soap and shampoo in the rain, but
there's all
I
kinds of other
guess.
chemicals in the rain. I mean, soap's just chemicals.
Right, right. It could be
If
different
I have
chemicals, but
mud in my hand, I pour a little bit of Mountain Dew on my hands and get that mud off. You know, like that's just how it works there. But yeah, I got made fun of for freaking showering, so I just had to stop showering.
so okay. Maybe this is a good final question because we're already over an hour. How often would Walmart employees shower on average? You can give me per day,
And the sink,
per week, per month.
and the sink are at home because most of the time they
No,
overwork people. They're not like people don't really get cut hours unless they're like really horrible at their jobs or if they're minors or whatever.
but
So the people basically live. The people that work at Walmart live at Walmart. So I guess we're saying the sinks. How many times do
no,
they shower?
no. I want on average a real shower, not that's washing your hands.
No, like they get in the sink and they get like the the paper towels in the break room, like the brown paper towels that's like in every bathroom, every public bathroom.
Yeah,
They get
yeah.
those, put them down, like the soap pump thing. Put a little bit of that on there. Billy, he would just use he's like a cat. He would just use a spit most of the time. But yeah, they wet down these paper towels and get it so soppy wet it looks like Arby's roast beef,
Okay.
and then, I don't know, scrub down. I mean, they didn't wash their hair really.
Right. So that's why they all look like freaking crackheads there. Okay.
I mean, because they mostly are.
So so then you would say a real that for the employees that did take showers, weighing in the ones that don't take showers, real
Next
showers.
year, must be how many wipe their ass.
Well, just ballpark. Like again, are we talking once a week on average, once a month that they would take a
Well,
real shower?
dude, I don't know. I don't live with them. How would I know?
Well, I mean,
Well, technically,
so
I did live with them because we all lived at Walmart. I don't know. Sometimes, like on breaks, they'd just be like, "Oh," like there'd be a line just for the sink, and sometimes like car pushers get swamp ass if it's really hot out.
oh
Uh,
my god.
Rogan, he got like a big old stack of paper towels, wetted them down. He just got rid of his swamp ass by doing that. I don't know.
Oh my god. Fucking Walmart, dude. People not
But
taking showers.
I don't know. I was in the rain a lot, so didn't really have to do that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, just sink
'Cause I
showers at
got
Walmart.
real showers when I would go home and be like, that's prissy. I guess it's prissy to take shower. PSA: don't take showers because it's prissy. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Listen to Billy, who
Yeah,
smells like fucking
I'll take a
shit.
shower. Babe.
Otherwise, any other crazy customers that you had to deal with at Walmart? Any other weird complaints? Any
Oh, I got
other?
one last story.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe I've already told this story. I don't know. We'll just start talking about it because I know people aren't watching their other videos. So this one guy, it was like midnight. It was Christmas, around Christmas, Black Friday. I don't know, something like that. The new Pokemon games just come out. One of them just came out. I was waiting all day for it. I was excited, and I'm about to clock out. I'm walking to the little clock out thing because we could clock out on our phones back then. And this guy was all like, "Hey man, can you help me find some shoes?" He was walking around barefoot. And he had his hand, or he had shoes in his hand, saying, "Oh, there's bugs chasing me," and he's just running around the store like he was. And then he was talking about aliens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then
So he's all cracked out.
he said the aliens were popping out of his shoes and talking to him and stuff. And I was like, dude, I just want to go home. I was like, I ended up telling someone, and then they ended up getting the cops involved. But they had to like kind of just follow him around the store until he like got out the door because they couldn't just like arrest him right then and there for some reason. I don't know.
So yeah, a cracked out guy at the last minute.
I just wanted to clock out so bad and play Pokemon. But yeah.
All right. I think that'll wrap things up.
Should have just clocked out and just walked away and let people do their job, but I had to be involved.
Yeah, to be
You know.
involved with the crackhead. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for now with customers. I know I have plenty more stories if people want to know.
For other places. Yeah. Which, yeah, we'll save for the future. But otherwise, yeah. If you're someone that's been enjoying the series, watch this video all the way through. And have any questions or any stories or characters you want to hear more about, leave a comment, tell us on Discord.
Put
And
hashtag Billy want chili in the comments.
yeah. Or say Billy want chili in the comments. Hashtag Billy want chili.
Yeah.
Hashtag Billy want chili. And yeah, till next time. Thanks for watching.